That might be a little easier than.
Was it 5 4 3 2 1 click?
Yeah.
Or was it 5 4 3 2 click 1?
No, it's the silent 5 4 3.
Are you doing that?
Yeah, I'm doing it with waving it over here so you can see it. One of these days, dude, we're gonna do like the video feeds and we'll upload that to YouTube. And then the problem I have with that is like when I chop up the podcast when there's dead air or like something happens and it's like, hey, I'll step away for a minute. Behind the scenes, little noteworthy tokens for people that happens. It's not all like roses and horseshoes and beautiful unicorns all at the same time. Sometimes we have like shit that happens in real life. The thing is that if I align that video recording with that record, like the voices that we're doing now, we have to architect a whole different way on how we would be capturing voice and video at the same time. And then I have to actually learn how to probably use like a video editing software, which I haven't gotten that far into and learning, the free YouTube tutorials on how to do epic things on Adobe XYZ application. So it can be done. It's just, oh boy, that's a whole nother venture.
Or just leave it the uncut director's version. Just leave it out there. So if we have like a 15-minute interlude, then just leave it.
So cool. we're able to put a podcast out there from an audio perspective, like in a good condition, but the video is just this raw, stupid shit on YouTube, and it's like terrible.
Hey man, people still like the old Godzilla movies, man. So if the lips don't match the sound on it, I think people will be okay.
Could you imagine like watching the YouTube video and me stomping around the office soapboxing about some shit and there's no audio that lines up and you just hear me like on the mic like, yeah dude, totally cool, like everything's all fine, and then like, motherfucker, and I've been stomping around for 30 seconds in the video like, what is he so pissed about? Yeah, it's that total that Japanese, it's like a monster teaser movie type thing. Well,
we throw subtitles on it.
Yeah, that too.
Those don't have to match up either. I mean, those could be all made up.
They don't. And then I'll do them. We'll like, if you hit SAP button on your monitor, it'll be like ja 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 when I'm laughing about something.
Yeah, dude. I was watching some movie the other day, and it was like dubbed over in English. Like that was an option you could have. Is like, hey, you can do the audio in English, French, Dutch, German, and I think it was Ip Man. I was watching Ip Man 2, which is a Chinese movie, right? So it was dubbed. So I was like, okay, let me see if I can do the dub stuff, right? And I started watching it, and I was like, it's still kind of hard. And then usually I watch things with subtitles anyway, just because if Courtney's asleep or the baby's asleep or something like that, I don't want it to be hella loud, and I still want to understand what's going on. So then I had like the subtitles on, and I'm like, dude, the way it was dubbed, the script that they used for dubbing, and then the person who did the subtitles,
high as hell.
It's not even the same.
Just high as
not
fuck.
even the same.
Yep.
It's just like what is going on here? And then so like, okay, their lips don't match the actual words that are coming out of their mouth, and then it's also not matching my subtitles.
I love like Chinese films or old kung fu films that are dubbed over in English. I love it because the voice actors that they pick to do this shit is just so good, because they're trying to like really put emphasis on certain things, or maybe they don't, like, I don't like you right now and I'm going to kick your ass, like something pretty thing. And the dude on the screen is like flailing his hands. He's angry. There's spit flying out of his mouth. And it's like, I don't like you, Thomas. I hate you so much. I am going to fight you. And you're like, is this dude pissed? Or is he trying to be like passive aggressive? I have no idea what the hell's going on.
Well, part of it too is like in different languages, there's different slang words, right? Mm-hmm. So if you're speaking, so when they are in these movies, they're using maybe their slang or a certain vernacular of the dialect or something like that they're from, right? And so it's hard to translate back into English, right? So they just pick the most direct English term, opposed to like trying to come up with like a slang term that's close to it. Relative, they won't do that. They'll just say like,
"You're such a bologna bowl." Like you're
right,
like,
exactly. It's like a direct translation. It's like, no, that's not.
Why did he call him a bologna bowl? I don't get it. Do they not like bologna in China? I'm so confused. Ray, you're such a bologna bowl. Jeez. Don't ever fucking disgrace my family again. Slap. Oh man. Well, welcome to episode 1T9, the last time I get to use 1Ts ever in this podcast for the next at least 80 to 90 episodes. So, man, that's going to be a while from now until I can start saying 101T1. And so here we go. I got a mission objective that we will make it that far to get to episode 101T1 so that I can say that all again. We got a long ways to go, Ray. You ready and up for it?
That's like 2 years from now, man. I wonder what the future is going to be like. Flying cars, Elon Musk planted chips in everybody's heads.
Yeah, dude. I saw a meme the other day, like
the Bill Gates
one, yeah, where it's like no, we don't want you to put secret chips in our bodies from vaccines. Yeah, and then it's like LOL, I want to put chips in your brain, and it's like from Elon Musk, and everyone's like, that's fucking sweet. Like it's like I think the difference is the art of choice, or at least the fabrication of choice for people. People will think that, like, cool, I get to have the choice to put a neuro-transplant in my brain and have it do cool shit. Like, I can be like from the Matrix, or have a, on-screen overlay in my eyeballs that no one else can see. Like, that's some cool shit because I've watched movies or I've watched future TV shows, and that sounds cool. But like, right. it's the shadow game, man. And I can get that thought. Like, the shadow game pisses people off. Not knowing what you're doing, or not knowing what you're saying, or not knowing what's happening, and people facading it as something else. Like, yeah, dude, people don't like that. What people also don't know is that, like, your fucking FBI mobile device, CSI data gathering machine on my desk right now is hearing everything I'm saying. Like, you don't think that people can't track or know where you're at, what you're saying at any given time? I swear to God, if I get another thing from Instagram or Facebook that is like direct advertisement on my shit because of something I talked about literally 5 minutes before, product things, then I'm going to like flip my shit. Like, it happens. So at this point, if you're going to fucking ninja a chip through a syringe to give me some fake ass vaccine, I don't know if I really give a shit anymore. Like, you got me. I'm hooked. You want to go pull my shit? You can find it.
Just don't be a bad person. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I mean, that's part of it, right? Don't be a bad person, and then maybe you don't have a problem. I get the concern and thought about Big Brother watching over you. 100%. I get it. It's an invasion of privacy and all those pieces too. I understand. And I get the people that are like, we're going to go to Montana off the grid and live under the dirt. Okay, great. I get you too.
I knew somebody who did that.
Go for it. I get it. But I'm telling you right now, someone gonna find you, or you're just gonna get left you're gonna get left like the Amish in 1963 with technology back then, and not gonna be able to do it. Amish is probably more like the early 1900s, but whatever. You're just gonna get left behind, and then you're gonna be selling electric fireplaces to people to make money because you're living off the land, ain't working too far in the year 2000. Got it. So
you gonna take a breath, bro? Or
no, man, I'm jacked up on Mountain Dew and we're going. I got a long night ahead of us, man. I gotta chop and screw this podcast, and I gotta do a bunch of other work shit after I'm done here. We going, man. Let's keep going.
That's your fault, man. You're over here trying to play hockey tomorrow and shit.
Man, I'm so glad that's coming back. Oh man. So they sent out like 700 emails in the last week to like everybody in the league. Like, they're requiring us to wear face masks on the ice. Like, that's the mode. So recent past year, it was, you only have to wear face masks while you're navigating through the lobby or in public, open air places. But once you're on the ice, you just have to separate 6 feet apart on the benches if you're going to go sit on the bench. And then while you're on the ice, you kind of just keep to yourself for like a stick time or something, and you're good to go. But now that we're going to have full games on the ice, and people sitting on the benches probably a little bit closer to each other, even though they want us to sit on the bench 6 feet apart with our players. So they're putting out chairs like past the bench for people to sit on. So if I got to do a shift change, I got to like fucking get off the bench, get off the ice at the door, and then walk down.
Legit, man. Your strategy is just be shotgunning people in. Don't even do lines. Just shotgun people in and out.
Well, at this point, dude, like, I don't even have a full roster because of people electing not to come back for this season. So
yeah, I wouldn't go back that season either.
I barely have like 7 to 8 people that are going to be available to play probably any given game right now. So it's gonna be interesting. But I have people that are like, I have to wear a mask on the ice all game. That's bullshit. Like, I can't breathe, kind of thing. It's like, okay, so that's what we're gonna do to play. So what do you want to do? Like, I get you have a problem, figure it out, or you're not gonna be able to play.
Don't play.
Yeah, or don't play. There's already people, because the season started for like the other days already, and we play on Friday, right? So
right.
So Monday through Thursday has already been playing the games. People already got a workaround where they're like, well, I'll just put a piece of cloth or a fabric or a mask and zip tie it to my cage. So it's not even anything that's closely pressed against your face to like help keep your body liquids close to you. It's on the 2.5 inches away from your face and strapped to your cage. Like, that's gonna do it for you, and I don't know if that's gonna work for long.
And you're cool like playing with guys like that?
Me? Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna wear my mask, and I'm gonna.
Yeah, but your mask doesn't protect you. Your mask is there to protect other people.
Well, I don't, dude. At this point,
that's how that works, man.
I'm gonna have my mask. I'm gonna have your mask. I'm gonna saran wrap, my asshole shut. Like, I don't care. It's like, at this point, dude, it's whatever. It's whatever. I'm past the fear part of this game a little bit. I'm past the concern. If I get sick, I'll do my part to quarantine and shut everyone out for the duration of the time. If I told myself when like swine flu or bird flu or Zika or any of those other things,
not the same.
I kind of told myself then, it was like, if I died of this shit, then just fucking write it off and call it good.
It's not all about you though.
I get it, but I don't know if it's not that I don't care. It's just like, okay, guys, like, I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to keep myself clean. I've gone, Ray, dude, I seriously have been out and having to work and having to navigate around and having to go places and do things. I've had to go into how many ever XYZ gas stations to fucking get myself to and from work. I've had to, do things outside in public spaces, and I've been very conscious about how to keep myself sanitized and clean. I'm not as afraid of everything, I guess, than others. And that's probably like, people would walk around and probably see me as like a fucking walking virus themselves. I can't stop that from happening. I don't know what to do. I've been isolating a lot where I can. I've been sanitizing everything that I can. I don't interact with a lot of people outside of my core group of individuals where I can, but I still have to function. I still have to work, and I still got to do my job, and I still got to do, what I have to do to survive. So
a little bit different. I mean, they're taking as many precautions as they can at work, and then again at the gas station is a little bit different too. Like you're going to go play hockey with people that are physical contact is going to be a thing, right? And those locker rooms are disgusting, and you're indoors and all that stuff. So that's different.
Well, they're not even allowing us in the locker rooms, so that's already part of it. We have to dress outside or in the bleachers. So I have to put my gear on the back of my truck, by myself, and then walk into the rink with my mask on already. And I have to get my temperature check when I walk in the door, because they've locked all the other doors to the facility. So they're gatekeeping people walking in and out. And I have to get cleared to walk in from a temperature check perspective before I'm even allowed in the facility.
Good luck, bro.
Yeah. So
it's risky. It's risky.
It is what it is, man. I mean, I and they and the rink and the county and whatever, they're playing to the rules or bending the rules to what they're allowed to do. So I can't be afraid forever either. So what? Never do anything ever again?
I'm with that.
Never go outside, constantly just sanitize and, eat hand sanitizer, like a wheatgrass shot once a day. Like, I can't do that forever, man. It's not feasible.
It's not forever.
Well,
it's just longer than most people want it to be.
I get the not forever thing, but it's been sure as fuck a long time.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be longer.
It's going to be longer. And people say, well, it's going to be longer. Like people like you going out there and touching everything. I get.
Hey, it's all good, man. You can go have sex with 100 people and never catch an STD.
That's right.
You go have sex with one person and catch an STD. So it just depends on how much risk you want to put into it.
Yeah, I drive every day to work, and there can be that one day that I got hit by a car from a drunk driver.
It's how much risk you want to put into it, man.
Yep.
The difference between an STD though and COVID is COVID affects more people around you, right?
Not unless I'm fucking everybody, Ray. Come on, man. That was an easy one.
I'm just talking about like, you know, your kid and stuff, right? So hey, you may even not know they have it and be a super spreader, and you're infecting all these other people, right?
You say I'm
close to you.
Did you say I'm going to be a super shredder?
Uh-huh.
Oh, man. That means like that TGRI ooze is actually part of the COVID game?
You got it.
Then why wouldn't I want to get it?
Huh?
I could be
Good
super
point.
shredder. Or like those
good luck, man.
those Tokar and Razor guys that also got, you know, the ooze in Ninja Turtles 2. It was like the wolf and the snapping turtle. Those guys were
Good luck.
Shit. Yeah, I could be a super spreader. I could have already had it too, based on every symptom thing, asymptomatic, blah, blah, blah. I could have already licked 600 doorknobs and already had it and moved on. I could have had it gotten again. I could have had it 3 times. I don't know.
Probably not.
I don't know.
You can go find out.
Oh, man, that means I have to take the saran wrap out of my ass, though. And I don't know if I'm ready to do that.
Anyway, so you're returning to sports. That's your thing.
Yeah, I mean, football's doing it. Baseball's doing it, and that's been interesting.
They just had their first issue. The Kansas City said one of the people that came to the game has confirmed COVID.
One person.
So all the people that got there, it doesn't matter. One person got confirmed, so that means not everybody that was at that game is going to have to.
How many people were actually? I know they were like. I saw the number. Do you know how many people were supposed to be at that game, or how many tickets they allowed to be sold for that game?
2 hours later.
Okay, I got it. So, Kansas City Stadium is 76,416 people who are able to fit into that stadium. And the article states that they were going to run at 22% capacity for the first 3 games of tickets that they were selling. So that math roughly is about 16,811 people that they were potentially going to sell tickets to, which is a lot of fucking people, mind you. 16,000 people congregating in one place. And that's
a basketball game. That's
tailgating. That's everything. I mean, that's a hockey game. That's a full stadium of a hockey game on a low pop side. And how many people got diagnosed or sick with COVID?
So far, 1.
Sure. So 1 out of 16,811.
So far.
The other, however many X percentage of people, even if it was at 1%, you know, they're probably asymptomatic or won't know.
They wouldn't know until they get symptoms, and then they have to figure out, like, well, where is it from?
So,
and you can't pretty pinpoint that back. So,
and you can't route that back. So, what am I going to blame Kansas City for this? Like, I get people have died from this issue, but not everybody is going to die from this issue. And everybody, I can assure you, will be or capture or get sick or get positive. Let's just say they're going to get diagnosed positive. That doesn't mean they're going to sick, and that doesn't mean they're going to die. They're going to get diagnosed positive, and they're going to walk away from this thing like no big deal. A lot of people are. A lot of people have. And there's a lot of people have skewed a lot of numbers over the last fucking 6 months about this thing. So I don't know what's right and what's real. And then again, that goes back to like, okay, dude, I don't know if I care. I'm gonna do what I need to do. And if I get sick, I'm probably going to rock through it and be fine.
That's a mentality. But I mean, the scary thing about this one is like you don't know who's going to have issues.
Sure.
You have a higher risk group, but even in that outside of the higher risk group, there's people out there that are getting very severely ill with this stuff that are in a healthy category. Hey, I have no blood issues. I have no overweight issues. I have no lung issues. And they're ended up on respirators. So, I mean, that's the scary part. And it's like, hey, my daughter went to a friend's house, and there was 10 people there and they all got it. And then she brought it home to me and now I'm on a respirator, right?
Sure.
Like that shit happens.
I don't doubt it. I can accidentally step on a nail and not realize that I got tetanus, and then I got to decapitate my foot.
That's different. That's different because you getting tetanus isn't going to affect 5 other people unless you're like going around stabbing people with that nail.
I mean, I could have, and then I gave everybody tetanus.
That's not what's going on.
Yeah, but I'm also not necessarily going out and saying, fuck, I'm sick, so I'm just going to continue to do what I'm doing. If I'm sick, then I'm going to stay home.
But you may not know because in a lot of viruses, including this one, you're shedding the virus before you even have a symptom.
So what should I do, Ray? Just hide forever? Have some government entity tell me when it's okay to go outside again? Because they've been showing a really good front on, they know what the fuck's going on.
It's all on how risky you want to be, man. Good luck with your face mask hockey.
I'm going to more often. What's going to happen more is I'm going to probably pass out from hyperventilating with the fucking mask on playing hockey than I would anything.
No, you'll be fine. Yeah. You'll be fine.
I can't breathe, and my fucking high blood pressure goes through the roof, and I pass out. That's what's going to happen. Shit, Dan got passed out from COVID. No, that's not what happened.
Casualty.
Dan died from COVID. No, the oxygen to his brain was short because he had to like huff and puff because he doesn't know how to do cardio.
No,
that's what's going to happen.
You're fine.
I'm not.
You can do cardio with masks on. Plus, you're probably not wearing like an N95 mask. You're probably just wearing like a regular net gaiter or some stupid.
That's what I'm going to wear. But actually, I was going to wear one of those like elevation masks just to like sound like Bane while I'm on the ice. Those masks.
That's a good character. Yeah.
So I'm going to Tom Hardy out there and just like, talk shit about people and no one's gonna be able to hear what I'm saying.
Yeah, how do you chirp people with a mask on, bro? How's that gonna work out?
I'm gonna throw my voice and it'd be like, "No, man, your fucking dude said that, not mine."
You're fucking irrelevant. What'd you say? You're fucking irrelevant, bro.
Talking shit is just gonna be more with hand gestures at 6 feet away. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Yeah. And then, yeah, dude, like there's a physical part of my game too that it's like, man, I'm not gonna want to like necessarily touch everybody, but it's gonna happen. But how am I gonna like hit people? It's not going to happen.
Don't. You're in a non-checking league, man. Just don't do it. You're not as big as you used to be either. So
I know that. I'm scared.
You're gonna have a little bit of a momentum thing there that you have to work out.
Trust me, I'm scared of that too. I'm gonna have to change my whole game to just being like a speed skater than trying to be big and meaty.
You could be fucking fragile. You don't know.
Oh man.
Go out there and break yourself because you're not big anymore.
Dan died from breaking his arm. COVID. No, I broke my arm.
Hemophilia.
So. God. Well, I'm going to give it a shot and we'll see what happens. And then if it's just a complete bust, then, maybe I'll have to retire for a while. Who knows?
But, I mean, the cool thing, sports are back. So you got football's back.
Yeah.
Hockey's wrapping up.
Hockey has been interesting to watch.
CrossFit game started today.
Did they?
They did. You know what they're doing?
Tele CrossFitting?
Yep, that's it. So they have their qualifiers and they're all doing the workouts in their own home gyms and broadcasting those over the internet because that's cool technology. And then the top 5 from each category, men and women, will do a live second phase in California at the ranch.
Got it.
So they're basically, last year there was 200 men, 200 women that went, just about. And this year they're like, no, we can't do that. So they went top 30 or 40, and then they're going to go down to top 5, and then that'll be your CrossFit games.
So when I have to do like 40 push-ups or 40 pull-ups or whatever, and like I crop the camera view because I'm stepping on a box below to do it, how are they going to qualify that? Is there someone that's like refereeing them, or they're just going to watch the video?
Yeah, they have official judges and then video submissions as well. So you'll have an official judge and a timer, and then person counting your reps, and then you also have video that has to be set up at a certain angle. And then you have equipment, and they specify what equipment you need to have. It has to be certified by the judge beforehand. And then, they have it set up in a certain way. So you have to things have to be spaced out a certain space. So it's all even for everybody.
So all I have to do is bribe the judge that comes to my house to test me, and then I win, right? Is that how that works?
No, because you'll have the video as well. So they'll go back, and if they need to review the video and recount or any of those things, they can cause penalties. They do it.
Well, I'm obviously not going to record me bribing the judge. That would be silly.
No, the judge is usually a volunteer from like somewhere.
Great. He needs the money, or she needs the money. I mean, this is an easy win.
The guy who bought CrossFit, like he used to be a judge, I think. And he's like a billionaire.
Speaking of like cheating at sports, I watched a video the other day of like the top 10 most like esport cheating events that have happened. So like video game cheating.
Okay.
And there is apparently an esport related to cycling. Like you sit on like a Peloton S type thing and you're pedaling, your kilowatt per hour gets measured out in the game as like you earn credits. So this dude like botted his way into like the tournament or to like the live ending, like kind of like they're doing in CrossFit. He botted his way in. And then like got to the show, won the thing, got a gold medal or whatever. They had a whole podium and pedestal, only to like only to get his shit stripped when they found out what happened. And they like called it like, like in cycling, it's like blood doping was the big thing. Yeah. They called it like e-doping for this thing. This dude got busted for e-doping on a fucking virtual cycling tournament in Europe. Like, seriously?
That happens in like CrossFit too. There was a guy, forget his name, but he got second place his like rookie year at the CrossFit Games, and people were like, "Oh, like how did he do this?" Right? And the guy's brother, he was like the younger brother of somebody who had competed in the CrossFit Games before, so they figured he was going to be good, but not second place good. And come to find out, he pops for an illegal substance, and so he claims that he doesn't know what they're talking about. And CrossFit goes hardcore. Like, if you get popped for an illegal substance, they stripped him of his check, so he had to refund the check. They stripped him of his title. They gave it to the next person in line, and then they banned him for 4 years. So he can't compete in any CrossFit events for 4 years.
I'm not a big fan of cheating in general. I mean, some parts, we've joked about, well, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Sure. Like that's come up before. Especially in hockey, there's like a term of like taking good penalties, but those are, I would say, like part of the game a little bit. I can commit a penalty and I'm going to take the punishment. I'm going to sit in the box for 2 minutes. You commit a foul in, basketball, the guy goes to the free throw line and shoots, 2. Got it.
Sure. If you get caught, if you don't, cool.
Then you got away with one. But like when you got to go out of the bounds of the playability of the game, that's where it starts getting a little itchy. So like the substance abuse or performance enhancers and all those kind of things.
I mean, they could go like the whole bodybuilding thing and just have like a natural league and a doping league, basically.
Well, I think like bodybuilding to some degree already does that, don't they? Like they have.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They do that. They have what's called like all natural, and then they have regular bodybuilding. So they're going to call it like the steroid version. They call it bodybuilding. Sure. And then out of bodybuilding, there's just all natural side.
Yeah, I mean, they should. I mean, that's kind of like they should have those leagues where it's like, yeah, dude, you guys want to like fake jack out of your mind and ruin your bodies and all that stuff in the process? Like, who am I to stop you? Go for it. And then we'll make a profit on the top of it of these hulking 500-pound football players hitting each other and exploding, on contact from a sonic boom speed that they can run at. Like, I'm good. Let's go. That's great for pay-per-view. But does it make it right it doesn't make it right when they compete at the same scale as everybody else who is trying to peak at their own personal physical ability and prowess. Yeah, they should do both. I would be okay with it. I'm okay to watch that. Whatever. It'd probably be cool. Everyone hitting grand slams all day. Oh, today's game was a score.
Well, they would just modify it.
50 runs.
It wouldn't be a 300-foot fence anymore. It'd be like a 500-foot fence. Right?
So they would just normalize the scale again for everyone.
Yeah. Like make it irrelevant.
You can take steroids and hit at 300 feet, or you can. I'm sorry, you cannot take steroids and hit at 300 feet, or you can take steroids and hit at 500 feet. We're just gonna up the ante. We're just going 150% on the rate here. So
I don't know. It's all a business move, right? Because if you're really a fan of the sport, and we'll use baseball as an example. To me, if I'm watching a baseball game, a really good like hit into the gap in the outfield is just as exciting as a home run, right?
Sure.
But if you're really not in the sport and you're like, it's I'm here to watch them crank out home runs all day and strikeouts, then which is probably the majority of people, right? They don't really understand what's going on in the nuances in the game because they never played it or they just never got to that depth. Mm-hmm. It's just not as. You have to have those things from a business perspective to fill stands and sell merchandise and all those things, right?
Yeah. Well, I love like when I see a team shift, like they do a shift for this particular batter, and the batter goes out of his way to like adjust his swing or adjust when his position or in the box and like hits into the gap just to fuck with them. Like that's a smart move, and that's like where you get a good versatile player. And then I agree. I'm like, oh yeah, nice move, dude. You totally just played that right.
Teams that can manufacture runs to me is way more entertaining than wait until dude gets up third in the rotation and cranks one out.
Yeah, well, I think that you might be in the minority to some of those.
I probably am. I'm the same thing with like UFC people. Like, oh, it's boring. They're just clenched together. I'm like, do you see? Like, they're doing a lot of shit down there in the clinch, right? They're doing a lot of shit down there in grappling. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's boring. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you don't see all this stuff going on. I get it.
Yeah. But I mean, shit, people love the haymaker. I loved watching the haymakers. Dude, that guy just got clocked. You know, like that's entertaining.
Sure. It's exciting.
Yeah.
It's exciting. It's, it's very burst of energy, right? But there's a lot of other stuff that goes on too that can lead up to most things. So that can make it entertaining as well. But you're right. I'm probably in the minority there. I'm looking at those nuances.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like watching football on Sunday, right? It's, there wasn't a lot of scoring in the Niner game, but you can, hey, that guy ran a good route, or did you see Trent Williams pancake the shit out of that guy, right? Like those are some things you can see and be entertained by. But if you're just a regular viewer that doesn't really pay that much attention to football,
yeah, they ran hard down the field, and the red jersey team beat the white jersey team. Like that's
right.
That's
right. That's where you got it.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I do. I'm the sports that I play or the sports that I'm involved with. I definitely. We sit and watch football. I'm like, oh, damn, did you see that block right there? That's what made that whole play happen. It's not the dude that just broke for 15 yards on a run. Like, it was everybody else that had to put that together to make that dude get into the gap and push that 15 yards,
Did you see that block, though, that I was talking about?
Yeah, I did. I know exactly what you're talking about. I literally was like, oh, shit. Yeah, I was like, that dude just got laid out. I literally was like, that's the play right there.
He launched him back 5 yards. It's crazy.
Sports are back. We're getting going again. Hockey is, I think, about to turn around right after the finals. It's going right back. Like, all right, everyone, here we go. Boop, starting.
I don't know how many people really give a shit about this Stanley Cup. It's kind of like, okay, somebody win it, and then we'll start again.
Yeah, these guys are going to win the cup, and everyone's just going to be like, "That's an asterisk, bro." Like, that's not.
Yeah,
that's not
the
a
Carolina
real
Hurricanes of 2005, dude. Like, good for you. Your name's going to go on the cup, and it's going to be there, and
everyone's just going to be like,
good job,
okay, and just give you a wink, like, okay, buddy, you won the cup.
Which kind of sucks because if Dallas wins it, and then Jamie Benn's going to be in that world, and it's like, I think Jamie Benn's a really good player, right? Mm-hmm. But he's going to be in that shitty world with it.
But rightfully so. But the same thing is they set up the parameters for this tournament. They set up parameters for their playoffs, and they still had to drive through. Mm-hmm. They still had to play the series through these teams. I mean, yeah, they didn't have to play all 82 games, and sure, there could have been there's always that late season shift in points, and the teams that start getting hot at the end that make that push into the wild card or push into that final seed to play. We didn't get to have that. Right, we didn't get to see that team really muster it up and push through and come up as an underdog to get to the playoffs. It was just kind of like, yep, here it is, and here we go.
Well, and it's to an extent, and this is where I'm coming from, and maybe because I'm a Penguins fan too, but you the whole flow of the season kind of got jacked up, right? Yeah. So normally when you get towards the end, you get people that are trying to do those sprints and trying to make those runs and trying to really prepare themselves for a playoff, spurt and stuff like that. And then now you come back and it's like, we're kind of in a preseason mentality because we've had 2 or 3 months off to not do anything. So you're just not getting people, you're not getting the competition that's best maybe. Right. And I don't know, that might not be the case because I'm not watching all the playoffs and I'm not an NHL player. So also if I was an NHL player and I won the Stanley Cup this year, I wouldn't give a fucking shit. My name would be on the cup and I'd be like, fuck you, my name's on the cup.
I still won. I got a ring.
Shit's on there. I got my bonus. Fuck off. Also, I'm in the NHL. You're not. Shut the fuck up, Ray.
One way or another, I think, we're getting to a point where people are making it work. That's kind of where I'm at too. I'm going to make it work where I can. We just gotta get through it. Shit's gonna happen. Got it. How do I deal with it if it comes and when it comes? At that point, I'll address or deal with it. Cool. Well, we spent a lot of time going through a lot of shit that probably nobody cares about. So.
Cut it, start over. Welcome to episode 19.
So what's bullshit? Let's get the bullshit and we'll close it out with the dumb stuff.
No, my shit's pretty much I've been working a lot, so it's been pretty regular schedule for me to get up hella early, go to work forever, and then come home, spend a couple hours, and then go back to work and then go to sleep. So that's kind of been my routine the last 2 weeks here.
Yeah, that's exciting shit. I'll tell you.
Being a dad, that's it. So been playing a lot of Pokemon, trying to catch them all.
What are you playing Pokemon on? You actually got a Switch, huh?
Oh yeah, Courtney.
Where did you find it?
Just took a drive, half an hour away from where we actually live.
Dude, that's I'm surprised you didn't get stabbed.
I got 2 of them.
Wait, you got 2 Switches?
Yeah, so Courtney got one maybe 4 weeks ago, And then she just got another one today.
4. Why you have 2?
It's gonna hopefully listen to this podcast, but it's their Christmas present.
You could have just said it's a Christmas present for somebody. You didn't have to get into the particulars.
Oh, okay. Well, then dub that out. You'd be all right. Just put like the WAP beep over that or something.
Park that Big Mac truck right in this little garage.
Or the Triscuit Crunch, dude.
Yeah, we got this for beep boop. Yeah, that's all I'll do. Okay, well, cool. So you guys are on the hot list for consoles. You guys got them because they were hard to find, man, for a long time. People were not able to get them. So cool. You've been playing. Which one did you get? I'm gonna nerd out here. This is Sword. You got Sword and not Shield.
Sword.
Yeah.
Sword. Not
I
Shield.
have not played like a legit.
You want to get Shield and then we can trade Pokemon?
Kind of, because you said it, but the likelihood that I'm gonna fucking sit down and play that is very minimal. Very, very minimal.
Yeah, I headed up for. I probably put maybe 30 hours in that game.
Is this why you really couldn't come over on Sunday to watch the football game with us? Was they like, hey man, I can't come over because I want to sit and watch the game and then play Switch on my hand and catch all the Pokemons?
No, I didn't even play Pokemon that day. I don't think.
Because it's not the same, bro. It just really ain't.
Yeah.
Have me sitting here like frantically texting back and forth and my phone's blowing up while I'm trying to watch the game.
You want to get on like a Zoom session or do it that way next time?
Or you could just come over. Or maybe I'm too dirty. Based on what we've already talked about, I'm just fucking toxic goods and you better fucking get a...
We're not circling back there, Dan. Change the conversation. We gotta go.
Yeah,
somewhere
well,
else
maybe I just need to go buy a radioactive suit. Would that make you better? I'll look like Marty McFly in Back to the Future. Would that work?
Oh, that's just cool.
Maybe that's what I'll do. Oh man, Halloween's around the corner. Maybe that's what I'll do. Is I'll go find a Marty McFly radioactive suit and I'll just wear that around.
You gonna dress up for Halloween?
I don't know. I mean, Halloween's kind of.
Should I throw my hockey gear on and like rollerblade around the office or something?
We have talked about that in the past when they're like, we should wear costumes for Halloween, and there's like the same 6 people that always get dressed up for Halloween.
They pass out the award for the best costume. Just kind of rotates between the 3
because there's like I'm fucking winning this year and I'm gonna try, and you're like, okay, well I have a customer meeting that I have to go to today, and I need to actually dress to wear the part. Could you imagine, dude, if you were like, I'm fucking winning this Halloween costume contest and I'm about to do a presentation?
You come in some like Rocky Horror Picture Show, like shit. And you're like giving a presentation to like a multi-million-dollar contract.
The sexy nurse is up here with a PowerPoint fucking showing you how to do it. And I keep having to pull my skirt down because my fucking satchel's hanging out at the bottom and no one can really take me seriously. Yeah, that's going to get the sale. Maybe it would. Holy shit.
Yeah. It's like, what would that be called? It wouldn't be a moose knuckle. It'd be like a full moon. It wouldn't be a full moon because that's like you. What would it be? What would you call that? If like you had a short skirt or shorts on and your balls are just hanging out the bottom because it's hot.
Okay. Well, now we're gonna have to come up with a new one, or I'm just gonna have to do a search on Urban Dictionary. And the thing with like it's hard about Urban Dictionary is like I have to know the word. I can't. Yeah, I can't like.
You have to like. Yeah, you can't just like look up the definition and have it pop out a word like that.
So moose knuckle is where it's like it's tight and high and it's pressing through. You can see it.
It's a camel toe for guys. So
you want to know like if your kilt is too high and your satchel hanging low, what would that be called or considered?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. What would that be called? Well, we'll just ask the audience. You guys can come up with a name. So anybody listening to this part B of episode 19.
129.
And what would you call
What
that?
is the satchel hanging too low for the attire that you're wearing? Man. Okay. I don't know. That's not a common term that I know.
Because it kind of looks like a big ball of gum that's kind of hanging there, Some hair on it. Some stuff. Just kind of swinging there.
Yeah, it's like silly putty.
So some used silly putty or something. Exactly.
So silly putty's got to be in there.
You fucking like press it on a newspaper and like keep a copy of that.
Do you have the funnies? Do you have the comics strapped to your satchel?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Right there.
Fucking microfiche film on your satchel.
Is that Garfield?
Can you spread it? I want to get the punchline. Oh, that Garfield. He's always getting that John with lasagna. LOL.
You wouldn't happen to have the sports scores, would you?
It's on my taint. Hang on, let me spread it the other way for you. 69-0. Yeah.
Get 69. It'll be hilarious.
Well, okay. So yeah.
So
no Halloween costume?
We're going to dress our kiddo in a Yeti costume. I think he's going to be Yeti.
Yeti. So not like Chewbacca. You're not going to like theme
No.
it.
Like a legit abominable snowman Yeti.
I got the memo that Carter wants to be a puppy.
What?
Yep.
Not Batman.
Not this year.
A Batman puppy?
Nope. He wants to like, his costume is a onesie, essentially, that zips up and has a hood that you pull over. And then there's like, eyes and ears.
Is this like one step until he gets into that subculture we talked about?
He's my kid, and I don't want to go that far into that because that's probably not the right place to be. I will support what he wants to be for Halloween, and we'll take it from there.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I was like, so my favorite Halloween costume when I was a kid had to have been when I was Rufio one year. I decided I want to be Rufio from Hook. So my mom went out and got like a black wig, like a black Dracula wig that's like super slick back hair. And then we like pulled and teased out the like 3 parts of his hair that he had red. So this is like war mode Rufio is who I was, right?
Yeah.
So his hair was pulled out in 3 sections and it was painted red because that's what he had in there. So I had like the three mohawks going on a wig.
Mm-hmm.
And then my mom made like flour, like baked flour material that we made the bones for the armor that he puts on. And then we weaved that shit in with like some twine. And I had a full regalia of bone armor Rufio from Hook. And that was like probably one of my favorite costumes I ever had to do because it was like I had to get ready. It was super intricate. It wasn't like I just slapped on like this polyester ninja mask
and some
and
rollerblades.
Right. And I went to it. That was probably
a scream mask and some rollerblades.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And because I totally did that later because I was lazy and I wanted a ton of fucking, candy.
Yeah.
So we double dip on certain houses. But that was my favorite.
Do you think they rollerblade today? I mean, the kids that come through our neighborhood don't. Although I did see some Scooty Gang kids, the guys in scooters
kids,
come through.
Yeah, I bet you that's probably more of the play now than rollerblades.
I call them Scooty Gang.
Scooty Gang? Scooty Gang, Scooty Gang, Scooty Gang?
Scooty Gang, Scooty Gang, Scooty Gang coming through.
Nice. What was your favorite Halloween costume?
I think after like 4 years old, I didn't really have a Halloween costume. I just kind of put on a mask or something like that. Okay,
so what was your favorite fucking mask? I don't know.
I don't know, dude. It was whatever I needed to do to get candy. That was the goal.
I had later on I had a Tales from the Crypt mask, the Crypt Keeper. I had a mask that thing was pretty cool. I did enjoy that because I used that more than one occasion, not necessarily for Halloween either. But that was one of the ones I stuffed in my bag to double dip on houses was, I'm this. And then I'd put that mask on and go back out and do it again. So.
Yeah. Oh, actually, one of my favorite ones, to be honest with you, wasn't when I was a kid. It was like 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And I was Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh, there you go. That's a nice one.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Macho Man Randy Savage. And then Courtney was Hulk Hogan.
No way.
Yeah. We did a couple's costume because one of her partners at work, there was like a annual Halloween party type thing. And obviously, we were invited. And yeah, that's what we were.
Yeah, so you would not go to work dressed as fucking Macho Man Randy Savage, would you? And then sit like in a Friday meeting? That's just like, that's just no deal, dude. That's
maybe when some of the stuff's over with, we're back at it. I'll throw it on again. I think I have all the stuff still, but I had like it's like Under Armour leggings basically that were like leopard print and like pink. You haven't seen any pictures of this?
You still use those leopard print leggings, like when you're not by yourself at the home for some athleisure wear?
I have them. Yeah.
You didn't.
I don't think I've worked out in them or anything, but they're there.
Okay, so I don't know if you really answered the question. Do you wear them?
No.
Oh, you just have them.
I have them. Yeah. I don't think I've worn them anytime soon.
Hey, maybe you should.
Anytime recently?
Why not? I mean,
just go out there and fucking hit up the AD and sit there with my leopard print.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll do it. Why not, dude? They're legitimately just like Under Armour leggings. That's what they are.
Mm-hmm.
So, have you seen that? Did I show you that picture of that costume though?
I don't think so. The last picture of a costume I saw was when you were wearing like the bandoliers. And they were shot glasses, I think, or something. That was probably the last Halloween costume picture I seen.
A pseudo Mexican,
yeah,
hella racist costume.
Yeah, which to this day and age would not be okay at all. You're being offensive.
The year before we went, she went as Carmen Sandiego, and then I went as Where's Waldo. So that was a thing.
Yeah, okay, a little bit of mystery and where the hell they at. Got it. That's cool.
Yeah. One year when I was in high school, I was a kissing booth. So it was.
You like put a cardboard box around you and just walked around?
No, it was like PVC pipe, and it was like you get it from Spirit Costumes, and it was like a kissing booth.
Yeah, I didn't do. I have not, and I didn't do a lot of. I have not done a lot of like adult costume party-esque dressing.
That's probably more fun than being a kid and dressing up for sure.
I don't know. Maybe I'll try it. I don't know.
Just by yourself in your house?
Well, that's the thing is we'll see what happens. Like, I don't even know what's happening this year for Halloween. So, I probably should start figuring out some ideas now just in case. But I think I'm safe if I just wear the radioactive suit from Back to the Future. I'm safe no matter what happens at that point. I can go trick-or-treating that shit. They won't even know. They'd be like, oh, you're such a huge kid. And I'd be like, thanks. And then like, scoodle-a-doo off to the next house. My neighborhood does not do trick-or-treating like that much anyway. It's just not a thing. So I don't really get into the festive spirit there from a trick-or-treating perspective. So you lived in the same neighborhood. We lived in the same neighborhood growing up. Did you do the Squeeze It house?
No, I actually never trick-or-treated in
never trick-or-treated in a neighborhood? Dude.
No, I always did it in a different neighborhood. Actually, in your neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
That you live in now, over in that area, along, by the middle school. And then we'd start there. We start over by the church, and then we would go down to the middle school, circle back, take a left, and then go past the elementary school. Before you get to the main road out there by the gas station, you circle back, and then you come back around, and then you go all the way down almost to the other end where it gets that main road again. And then you circle back and just try to hit as much in between as you can. Got it.
So that was great for me because I know exactly what you're talking about, but anybody else that's got this has no fucking clue. They're right now at cork boards and fucking yarn trying to see aside the shit of how you just explained the neighborhood layout. So,
but you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly right away.
Because I've lived here forever. I get it. But
right. That's that whole main area there. It's probably, I don't know, how long is that, like a couple miles?
Yeah.
Like 5 mile radius or something like that.
Yeah.
If that.
Well, I definitely was one of those rollerblade kids. And I definitely double dip mass specifically for the Squeeze It house. That was the whole motive. And if we hit other ones along the way, we would learn. But the Squeeze It house was awesome. And I don't even know why or how, but our neighborhood was like your classic Hollywood, Halloween film type thing where kids are running across the street. There's cars that are decorated and all like, lit out. And
well, in the back of that neighborhood, there's a little bit more money. When you get to the 2-story houses.
Yeah. So it was huge, right? So everyone participated. All the kids were out in the streets. We were rolling, and rollerblading was the effective way to get from one house to the other.
Absolutely.
And this house, I don't know how they kept up with the demand because shit, I know we weren't the only ones that triple dipped on this house. But you get to squeeze it. So like if it was like halfway through your route or halfway through your lap around the neighborhood, you could be a little parched by rollerblading around and doing some damage. So you'd be like, yeah, dude, squeeze it now and squeeze it later. And you get yourself a squeeze it, and they're cold. They were cold as fuck. And God, they were like the best thing. And you just swoop the mask out of your bag for the night, and you're like, oh, trick or treat. I'm not the same kid on rollerblades. Actually, we would take the rollerblades off on the next round and like have shoes and then go back into and trick or treat at the porch again.
Which is funny because like they probably wouldn't even cared if you double dip.
No, but I had more fucking supplies in my bag to make sure I could double dip at this house than I probably did having candy. Like I'm carrying fucking 10 pounds of alternate costumes I can wear for fucking Squeeze-Its than I am trying to fit candy in my knapsack type thing. Oh man.
Shout out to Squeeze It.
Shout out to Squeeze It.
You were the drink. I mean, we can't drink that shit now because it causes diabetes and shit. But shout out to Squeeze It back in the day.
That was the kid go juice right there.
Yeah.
So
what's the kid go juice now like?
Fuck, I don't know.
Fucking.
I grew up. My kid drinks water. That's what his go drink is. Hey, dude, you thirsty? Yeah, water. There you go, kid. Do you want milk? Sometimes he gets milk, but most of the time, yeah, water. He barely gets juice. I don't fuck around with that shit. I know better.
These bougie kids are over here like, oh, squeeze it, Dad. I don't even know what that is. Is that like kombucha?
Yeah. I get fresh squeezed watergrass. Like, what did you... What
is that boba?
What's watergrass? Yeah. This just doesn't even have boba in it.
What kind of LaCroix was that?
Okay, Trisket, like, calm down. Yeah, I got flavored bubbly water. Shit. Yeah. The worst part about the rollerblades is it's dark, so you can't really see. Mm-hmm. And you ever remember, like, this not as common anymore, but like the yards that would have like those small lava rocks that like...
Oh yeah, ours had it.
Oh, so if they're out on the sidewalk...
Yeah, because someone
kicked through it or
dispersed like 3 or 4 of them.
Holy fuck! I've never fell on my
and
face.
You don't see it, and it just gets caught in between like your middle two or some shit like that.
Never fell on my face harder as hitting one of those damn rocks and just eating shit. Yeah.
Yeah, because with rollerblades, you just take the stoppers off because you never want them, right? And then you hit one of those things. It's like you have a stopper on the front now. And you're just either doing the splits or you're,
Yeah, I'm not. I ain't no scrub. I know how to spin stop. I don't need to fucking use my little skirt break in the back. Like that's.
Yeah.
I learned to rollerblade. I know what's up. But yeah, you ain't stopping. Well, first off, you can't see it anyway because you're wearing your third mask. This is the hardest one to see out of. So you're not looking down at the sidewalk. You're trying to just figure out like your orientation of which light am I following to go to the next house.
Yeah.
And then just eat shit.
Exactly.
Man.
It's obstructing your view because you're like looking through some semi-permeable faux silk here. And you're like, okay, I can see through this, I think.
Yeah, now kids these days are having their parents go and walk up and while they sit in the fucking sidewalk and go get candy for them. Or they're going to the mall and walking around all the stores to get candy to get stacked up. And they're not having to deal with all these trials and tribulations. What are we doing? Yeah. Or the trunk, the trick-or-treating trunks where everyone just like parks in a parking lot and backs it in.
Yeah, I mean, safety, I guess.
Safety, I guess. We've evolved in things, and kids don't have to lick their wounds anymore. Bubble boy status. I get it. But you're right. It's probably better off for the greater good of things. Because, man, there's some things that probably definitely. I mean, I could have broke my arm tripping on those rocks and rollerblades.
Yeah, man.
And now we don't have to avoid that no more. No one's there.
And you have to watch out for older kids trying to steal your candy and shit. Like, you don't worry about that if your parents there. If your parents there, your candy's safe, man.
Yeah, but that builds character, man. You got to learn through some of those losses in life so that you're better prepared later on.
Yeah, both ways, man. You learn some compassion because your buddy's an idiot and gets his fucking candy stolen, so you share some candy with him because he's an idiot. And you go, here you go, bud. So he stops crying and shit, and then you feel a little better about yourself because you helped the dumbass friend that you have that gets his candy stolen every year.
Well, maybe it's not his fault. Maybe he fought and tried as hard as he could and clawed to keep his candy because he earned it.
No, Chris is just a dumbass and got his fucking candy stolen every year.
I'm assuming this is a personal story then. You have somebody specifically... Was someone out to get him? Like they knew like this fucking kid was like out there and like, all right guys, this is the plan this year. We're all going to get on our bikes and we're just going to steal Chris's candy.
I don't know. I don't even remember if his name was Chris, but there was a kid that used to trick or treat with us that he was not. He would get his shit stolen, just snatched. I didn't like. It usually was some kids on like a bike or something like that, and they'd come through and just snatch that shit and ride off their bikes because that's what they would do, right? You're on rollerblades, they're on bikes, they're gonna go faster.
Oh yeah.
And so like I get the strategy there, but I'm aware of my surroundings, and this kid just isn't. And then the other kid that I usually trick or treat with, his name is Steven. He could fight, so he would fight kids off and shit. So he never got his candy snatched, but yeah, shit happens.
Man, it's cute. So yeah, and now kids today, they ain't never got to worry about their candy getting stolen. They're gonna get every little bit of it.
Yeah, Chris would cry. We'll call him Chris because I don't remember his real name, but he would sit there and cry, and you feel bad for him. Like, here, dude, you can have my Whoppers.
You purposely know you'd give him the shit you didn't want it. Here's some more sweet tarts.
You can have my Tootsie Rolls, the regular ones. No, you can't have any of the colored ones. You can't have any of that shit. I get all those ones.
The color flavored Tootsie Rolls?
Yeah.
Dude, there is some camps out there that do not agree with those. I love those. Those are one of my favorites.
Those were awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like a hierarchy to how I ate my Halloween candy, right? So there's like a first thing you do is try to go through and you eat all the good shit, right? So your king size candy bars that you would get, and I guess in your case to squeeze it, and then you eat all your chocolates, like your Milky Ways and all that stuff. You kind of tier those out, and then you'd have like your Starburst and your Skittles you try to go through, and you have M&Ms and all that stuff too, and then you get to your dots, and then eventually you get down to like the last things you have are fucking candy corn and Dum-Dums.
Yeah.
Like that's what you
Yeah, those like
and Whoppers, and you're like, well, fuck.
those DIY candy packs that someone made to like try to be nice,
Yeah.
and it's like, dude, I didn't fucking want
Exactly.
these. But it's all the leftover candy they've had for like the last 2 years, and it's like, this is Christmas candy. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you kind of went through your hierarchy there, of candy and what ranks where, and
Yeah.
you said Milky Ways, and not that you're wrong because it's your hierarchy of candy, but if you were gonna, so let's just do that genre, candy bars.
You want to rank candy bars?
Yeah, so let's pick like, I don't know.
All right, what's in your list?
Let's pick. I'm in no order whatsoever because we're going to discuss it. Let's say
Okay.
Butterfingers, Snickers, Three Musketeers, Milky Way.
What'd you say there? What was the second one?
Snickers,
Okay.
Butterfingers. Don't do that to me. Butterfingers, Snickers. God damn it, dude. Milky Way, not appropriate. Not appropriate. Milky.
You're saying stuff. I'm not.
No, okay. Damn it, dude. I lost track. Damn it.
You must
Milky
open
Way,
an Excel spreadsheet.
Milky Way,
put this shit down on
Baby
paper.
Ruth. No, I got this. Milky Way, Baby Ruth, Snickers, Three Musketeers, and Paydays.
That's all you're doing. In
I'm just gonna pick
You
5.
didn't even throw Milky Way in
I
there.
did. Damn it, dude. Listen, Baby Ruth, Snickers,
Okay.
Milky
Yeah.
Way,
Uh-huh.
Three Musketeers, Payday.
Okay.
Those are your
You're
5.
not including like Reese's peanut butter
No,
cups.
the
Those
candy
don't
bar.
count.
That's a different genre. I'm talking about candy bar, fun size candy bar. Do
Okay.
you want me to go
You're
through?
not including like Hershey bars. You're not including
No,
like
that's a chocolate
white
bar.
chocolate Hershey bars.
That's a
or
chocolate
cookies
bar.
and cream Hershey.
That's a
Okay.
chocolate bar. It's the same fucking chocolate bar brand. I'm picking candy bars. God damn it, dude. There's a nougat. There's a color. There's a
What about like Mr. Goody?
Mr. Good bar would be a chocolate
Crackle?
bar. The chocolate bar. Those aren't candy bars.
Okay.
God damn it, dude. Do you want to go through
100
chocolate
grand?
bars?
What about 100
Okay,
grand?
now we're getting a little closer. Fuck, dude. But 100 grands are not as common, I think, in the Halloween
Okay.
realm.
What about York peppermint patties?
That is like not any one of those fucking things. So have we established what is not what we're trying to rank here?
Okay, so just candy bars.
Damn it.
All right, man. So what's the question? Like how those rank?
How, in your mind, do you rank those 5 candy bars? Do you need them again? Should I text them to you?
So I would go Three Musketeers, Milky Way, Snickers, and what was it? The other two, Payday and
So Three Musketeers is your number 1 or your bottom?
yeah, a number. So I'm going one to 5, right? I think there's 5 of them.
5.
So Three Musketeers, Milky Way, Snickers. What were the last 2?
Baby Ruth and Payday.
So it would go Baby Ruth and Payday.
So you definitely don't like peanuts in your candy bars.
There's just too much. There's too much going on there.
Dude, there's like fucking 3 ingredients in a candy bar. Like,
Yeah. Which is I don't mind peanuts. I mean, if you threw Reese's peanut butter cups in there, which
not a candy bar.
like it's not a candy bar, but that would be number 1.
Okay, so mine is like the complete fucking opposite because I don't mind peanuts in my candy bars. So it's Baby Ruth's.
I don't mind it, but you gave me those ones. That's how I'm ranking them.
I get it. Baby Ruth's, Payday, Snickers.
What was that again?
Three Musketeers, and then Milky Way on the bottom.
Okay.
Those are how I rank them. So yeah, I definitely prefer. This is so bad. I definitely prefer some nuts in my candy. If you know what I mean. You can clip that out and just fucking run it. Nuts. I like nuts. But yeah,
That should just be the next YouTube video. Just put that out there. You just in your nuts. And then like the background's all like, different fucking colors that you get epilepsy on or like seizures on and like, fucking cat and all that in there. It pops out of
the
nowhere.
new
And then
meme
just,
and
just a old, like, you photoshopped really quickly a fucking Payday bar and just go in your mouth that you've like photoshopped to look like a, one of those Canadian,
South Park characters.
Canadians from South. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So Baby Ruth's, man, are like the number 1. So yeah, I would crush through those when I
Dude,
get to the
then
candy
we
bars.
should have like gone trick or treating together.
Yeah, we
'cause
would've-
I'd be like, here's all my shit and here's all your shit, and then we would have been great.
We would have had 100% equality in the things that we wanted for sure.
I've been like, you take all these Paydays and all these fucking Snickers, and I'll take all your Musketeers and Milky Way.
Yep, I would have been cool with that. That would have been a good game of trade right there. I'd have been all about it.
Here's a quick trivia question for you. Which candy bar floats in water?
Well, Caddyshack would show to me that Snickers is not the answer.
Nope.
I want to say like a which candy bar? Now, are we going to go through like the whole question and answer about
No.
what would qualify as a candy bar?
Let's not wasting people's time, Dan.
Why would you do that? You waste so much time, you idiot. Fuck, man.
Yeah, these people have things to do, right? They're probably listening to us at 1.2 speed. They don't have time for us to rehash.
If they're not sticking with us to the end, because like, oh fuck, they're talking about COVID, done with this episode, then they don't deserve this shit at the end. So,
I legit think you need to split this into 2 different parts. Plus, we'll make even more money on the advertising.
No,
'cause
I
you
don't
gotta
have to do it twice.
right?
I can just put it in the middle if I wanted to and be done. We'll see how it goes.
You should do it twice.
Okay, so.
And make sure you throw in the Triscuit sound because we missed that last episode.
It's just going to keep getting added. So
okay, and park that Big Mac right in my old garage.
What? You said Big Mac. That's a that's a whole different meaning, and that's not what that song's about.
It's not.
No, it's not the Travis Scott commercial about you come get my quarter pounder with cheese meal.
Okay. Whatever. All right, Dan, focus.
No, I want to figure out where I'm putting my Big Mac
bar
now.
In this tiny garage, man. I think that's what she says.
Big Mac
right?
truck.
I think we're good.
That's why there's a horn at the end.
Park that Big Mac truck right in this little garage.
Mac truck, like a semi truck. You want to put a Big Mac with like 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. That's what you just wanted to do. So going back to
whatever floats your boat.
That reminds me of
tickles
an
or
old porn picture. Do you ever see the one where someone like had their butt cheeks to the side and made it look like a Big Mac by sticking lettuce and tomato in between the ass cheeks? Oh man, that's a goodie.
Yeah,
that's an oldie but a goodie. So what candy bar floats? I don't know, dude. You tell me. Give me a hint.
Just
Give me.
Just
I
guess.
think
then.
it's the Three Musketeers because it's light and airy. That would be my guess.
That's what you're going with. Final answer. What in your mind thinks that would
doesn't
make
have a lot
that
of
float?
density, so I'm thinking something that's like thick and heavy is gonna sink to the bottom.
Dude, you absolutely nailed it. Because the nougat in it is light and airy, it's less dense than any other candy bar, so it floats.
There you go, man. I use fucking science. I use my art degree, you stupid fuck, to get that answer.
Fucking science,
bitch. Got that one. It's good, dude. Then the nougat in Three Musketeers is super light and airy.
Yeah, which makes it float.
Why would I want my candy bars to float?
I don't know. It's just one of those, things that you learn.
If I ever get depressed in the tub and I just want to like eat chocolate, then I can. Yeah. Oh shit! Slipped out of my hand, and I know it's not going to go. Become a big brown shark later, and then I can eat it again. Is that what we're doing?
Exactly. Well, in case you wanted to like scare people out of a pool.
Yeah.
Right. You throw Musketeers in there. You wouldn't throw Snickers in there.
Well, dude, that's what Caddyshack was all about, dude. Is that prissy dude threw the Snickers in the pool and it sunk to the bottom, which people freaked out about, and they had to drain the pool and everything, and it was a big old deal.
Yeah.
And then Bill Murray's character, spoiler alert, eats said candy bar or poop, as they thought it was.
Yeah. There you go. Density. Science, bitch.
All right. Do we want to talk anything else Halloween related in a September episode?
Well, it's September. It's past Labor Day, so it is Halloween season.
Okay, so we're getting the season. So in October, when Halloween's really around the corner, maybe we'll circle around again because we maybe have confirmed our Halloween plans and then start talking about pumpkin spice shit. Is that where we're at?
I know, because pumpkin spice is already out, man.
People are so bad. Why do we do this to ourselves? Why?
Yeah, Starbucks already released it.
Starbucks has already released. They're like, yeah, let's get people in the festive mood now.
Didn't I show you? I sent you that whole messed up meme thing that the local one. Yeah, the local one put up there.
I did. You did send that to me. And
should post that on Instagram.
Yeah, you got to find that. You can do that. Post it up there so we can make reference because I don't recall exactly what it was, but I do recall it.
Yep.
God, dude, why do we do that? Why do we do that to ourselves? I mean, Costco's already putting out Christmas shit.
We can't wait.
It's already there. It's fucking September, dude. Christmas trees, get them. I barely understand what the hell's going to happen in 2 weeks, let alone what's going to happen in 3 months.
Yeah. People are already having Thanksgiving dinners. Courtney.
You what? Why are we having things?
We We had a whole Thanksgiving dinner the other day.
Why?
Because Courtney wanted to have Thanksgiving dinner for her birthday. So she made a whole Thanksgiving dinner in like the air fryer, which was bomb, by the way. Oh, yeah. Air fried turkey. It was great.
What kind of candy bars did you have in it?
What? In a turkey?
In a Thanksgiving dinner? I don't know. I was just asking. Did you put anything?
You don't put candy bars in a Thanksgiving. What are you talking about?
What do you stuff your turkey with?
Stuffing?
Oh, I stuff mine with diabetes. So that's part of it. It's like
okay.
It's kind of like it's like the vaccine approach. Just get a little bit of diabetes so that it stops you from getting more diabetes later. That's science.
No, that's not how that works.
That's science. No, that's
not
science.
How it works.
Yep, 100% science. Yeah, dude, I wonder how Karens are going to deal with this. Man, this is going to be nuts for Halloween. This whole holiday season of the Karens.
I saw a thing on Reddit the other day. It was like, when Karen meets Kyle. It was like some principal like telling some kid named Kyle get off of the school property, and he's like, "Fuck you, bitch."
Oh man. Well, all right. Any final thoughts before we decide to close this up?
Yeah, Ryan, I gotta mail out your gift card here still, so that's on me. I'm trying to get to that. Gotta find an envelope. I don't remember the last time I mailed a letter, so we'll get that going.
Can you just take a picture of it and then he could print it out and like show it to C's Candy? You think that would be a thing?
No, I gotta find a stamp because where the fuck do you buy those anymore?
Post office, fucking Target. I don't know, anywhere.
Where the fuck is the post? Like, I've been to the post office. I think I've been to the post. The last time I was at the post office was to get my first passport 20 years ago.
You have a mobile device strapped to your hip that you can ask all these questions to, and they will give you the answers.
Yeah, no, I'll figure it out.
Fuck. Ray's gonna leave the house one day and just walk for 4 days because he's like, I don't know where I'm going. Where the
fuck have you been? Getting a stamp. Mail this letter.
All right, so we're still on the hook 2 weeks later to get. Man, we got to follow through, man. We got to commit here. We're still on the hook 2 weeks later to get a gift out.
You're saying we, but it's really me.
Well, yeah, but this is the collective we.
Because you really can't do anything. I have the gift certificate.
Yeah, dog. If I got to go out and buy this fucker a gift card and give it to him on your behalf, I'm not gonna be a happy camper. He's gonna be like, dude, where's my candy? I'm gonna be like, God damn it.
We'll get it to you in time for Halloween, Ryan. It'll be okay.
You just put a timeline on yourself that you need to
trick or treat, bitch.
Oh God, here we go. It's not gonna even be that anymore, is it? You're just gonna put a bunch of Milky Ways in water and ship it to him. You're like, hey,
it says or equivalent, so I'm gonna go out to C's Candy and get to like the C's Candy like lollipop things that no one fucking likes, the coffee flavored ones, and then like ship it out to him.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, I like the toffee suckers. Oh man.
Yeah, because I know how to I can ship a package. That's easy. There's a UPS store down the street. You just fucking walk in that bitch and say, ship this shit. Can you do that with letters too? Does that work? How that works?
just put it in a padded envelope and like pay extra for it. $4 or whatever to ship it. It'll work.
No, we got stamps that are like right over here on Courtney's desk. I can see them right now. They're here.
Well, I'm glad you found them. Are they forever stamps?
They've been there. Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
It's funny. I can hear you like looking away from the mic and looking for it.
So anyway, Ryan, I'll get this out to you. Netflix update. I'm on the L's, The Last Dance.
Halfway through. That's a good series. I'm on like episode 7 actually of that. I'm enjoying it.
It's all right. I mean, a lot of the stuff from other things you kind of already know.
Sure.
So
it's just kind of cool to. I mean, for me, I watched this stuff when it went down, and
yeah,
back in my day, kind of bullshit. So it's cool to see it again and see like the other side that maybe we don't know. So you hear about these stories on the public facing side, but they have video and they have their stories that they talk about and get to hear the other angle. So it's kind of cool.
Well, it makes them look like dicks, which is kind of like, okay.
If there's someone say like, athletes aren't your heroes or whatever. Like don't follow, don't believe, in your actors and actresses and they're not your superstars.
They're not, but that's kind of like it's just interesting how they portray them. Like why pump that side of it up? If
you're Michael Jordan, right? Do you think that you don't have the clout to be kind of an asshole and a dick?
Just because you can doesn't mean you have to be one.
Sure, but it's an ego. I mean, dog, to be that big in your sport and to people to tell you you're the best that ever played at that time and da-da-da-da, you're just getting your pump and ego. You're tailored to be that way at that point.
Sure.
So I get it.
Still a person.
He backed it up, man. He was literally the best at his craft at that time.
Good for him, man.
So I would expect him to be a little bit of a cocky sumbitch. Not saying it's right, but I would expect it. You know, being humble is a hell of a way to play too, and can get you through life. But obviously, you could see in his case, being kind of an asshole has also got him through life too, and been very successful.
Sure, yeah. It's okay, cool, got it. He was an asshole. He gambled a lot.
Yep.
People have problems with it.
Well, sure. People are gonna have problems with anything.
He worked out hard.
He
yelled at his teammates. I mean, it's like, okay, got it.
Yeah. So. When you are striving to be the best and you demand the best, it's gonna be how it plays. I get it. Not saying it's right, but I understand when you have that much pressure on you to perform and do well, the dark side of people are gonna come out.
Dark side.
Good. Well, all right. So Netflix update. Good. Anything else from your side?
No, man. I think I'm good.
Good. All right.
Good.
Well, I'm gonna spend some TLC on this one. Again, if you've made it this way, you've made it through the soapboxing, you made it through my dumb perception on COVID shit that's going on, and you've made it through our explanation of what the fuck candy bars are. You have made it to this point, and I want to thank you tremendously for following along in this absolutely insane, ridiculous roller coaster we go on day in and day out through these podcasts. I really don't understand how we can come up with the most random, ridiculous bullshit to talk about every week. Honestly, don't. It's dumb. But I appreciate everybody that goes with it and tries to follow.
It's because, Dan, we sit down and we spend 4 hours before these episodes mapping out exactly what we're going to say and exactly what topics we're going to hit on. And that's how we line this up.
Right. And then
we practice the episode 4 times to make sure that we get the natural back and forths. You know, that's how we do it.
Special sauce, guys. You got to work hard to make this shit look good.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to Michael Jordan this shit. You got to just make everyone else around you and yell at them all the time. That's how it works.
But to recap, for participation for our fans here and some homework, let us know what the short kilt, balls low hanging thing would be called.
Yeah, when you just get just the hat, like the half nutsack show.
Exactly.
It's like when the
it's like
jogger
the undersack. The undersack, kind of underboob, but undersack, right? And then let us know how you would rank your candy bars. Be interesting to see.
That would be
how
interesting.
Much people agree.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah.
Yeah. And then let us know what you're dressing up for Halloween. What you're doing at Halloween. What you're going to be.
What you doing? What sexy insert random thing are you going to be this year, huh?
Yeah.
Sexy Chewbacca. Sexy
Fire
NATO. Oh, that'd be a good one, dude. That would be a hard one.
Yeah. That'd be too much saran wrap.
I think I got an idea for the name that dangling satchel thing. But
Save it for next time.
I want to see if we get any feedback on it. But I got an idea of what that could be. So, all right. So again, thank you everybody. If you ever want to submit your homework online, like the kids are doing with distance learning, you can send us instant DMs in any of our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. That handle is @IllPackPodcast. You can send us email if you want to do it old school from your Juno account to illpackpodcast@gmail.com. Or if you have a Net Zero account when the internet was actually free at one point in time in our lives, that was impressive and amazing. Free porn was kind of bred that way. So thank you, Net Zero, for spanning the way to the millennial private masturbation sessions. And then if you want and you forget anything that we just said because of our ridiculous rambling, Illpack Podcast is the website. It's actually in our link in Instagram. You can always get us there. So again, thanks for everybody. Ray, any last words?
Go watch the CrossFit games this weekend and go Niners.
Burn your calories before Halloween and let's welcome back sports. Love it. Thank you, Ray. You have a good one.
Bye.